All right, good morning. Welcome in, everybody, to Keep It Energize Your Day. Here with David. Let's go ahead and get moving a little bit. We'll start nice and easy, standing in the head and neck area like we usually do. And then we're going to get down on the ground here in a bit and emphasize the hips and the back, because I know that's where a lot of people are really tight and have some problems or discomfort. But before we do that, let's start here in the upper body, in the shoulder neck area. So all I want you to do is look over that shoulder here first, looking over, reset in the middle, and then to the other side. Hope everybody's doing well this morning. Wednesday, halfway through the week. I got a fun weekend coming up, so it makes it even better. You got something to look forward to. Good job, everybody. Look as far back as you can. One more time each side. Over and over. One more in the head and neck. We're taking that ear towards the shoulder. Working out those little clicks and cracks that we always have in the mornings, or at least I do. Good. Reach that ear down. A lot of people are limited right here. Make sure that you continue moving that head and neck area throughout your day. It's easy not to. One more each side. Right. And left. Okay, down into the shoulders here. What I want you to do is bring those hands out forward like so. We're going to come out to the sides. I want you to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Then we bring them all the way back in. Way out and back in. Core's tight, glutes are tight. I know we're working the shoulders, but anytime we're doing upper body stuff, I want to make sure we're using those muscles, keeping ourselves up and stable. Good. Two more. Reach, 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 back, squeeze. Last one. Reach, big squeeze, and then forward. So another activation exercise that we do a lot in this class, learning how to move this shoulder, is retraction. So I want you to go forward, protract as far forward as you can while keeping those shoulders down. We reach back like this, okay? So I want you to do that a few times, then we're gonna change it up here. Reach back, you're feeling those scaps work, and then I want you to do one at a time. So you're doing the same thing, reaching right, reaching left. And if you haven't done this before, your mind might be working a little bit harder than both of them moving together. But we don't want to open up that spine here. We want to make sure we're just moving at that scapula. And again, how to use these muscles, use these important portions of our body. One more each, over and over. Okay, good. Got some good activation. Real quick, I just want to come up and over. I want you to have that elbow bent, and then we're reaching down the back as much as possible. A little tricep and lat stretch. No movement here, just elongating some of those tight muscles, especially in the back. And that's going to be our main point of emphasis when we get down here on the ground here in just a moment. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. Reach down. Try to keep that head and neck neutral. It's easy for that chin to tuck down throughout the day and right now. Nice. All right, that stretch feels good. 3, 2, 1. Make sure you have a little bit of space on the ground. Don't need very much, and we're going to go into the world's greatest stretch. That is what it's called. It is pretty darn good. Okay, so we're going to go into our high plank or our push-up position, and then we're going to go into a lunge and rotate here. So we have these active hands right here. We're lunging with this leg, and then we're rotating. This is one variation of this stretch. And then we go to the other side, same thing. Moving nice and slow. Thinking about what we're doing, keeping those hips in alignment here. You can see the straight line that we're trying to create. Good. Rotate. Got some back movement going. Good work. We got 2 more on each side. Over. Over. 1 more each, and we're going to get a hold at the top of this one. So we have this lunge, and then we come up. I want you to hold this for a little bit longer. Practicing that stability like we talked about. 3, 2, 1. You can put that hand back down. Other side. Rotate. Looking up towards those fingertips with your gaze. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Release it. So I want to stay kind of in this lunging place right here, and we're going to work ankle mobility. So you see what I'm doing right here. I have one knee down, I have one foot down, and I want to actively move back and forth. So I'm hinging. We're focused right here on this ankle, and I'm pushing that knee forward as much as possible so I feel a stretch, and then you can release it in between, okay? Just getting a few reps, move at your own pace. But you do, the big thing here is you do want to make sure that your foot is nice and flat here. And this ankle mobility for a lot of people is that limiting factor for a lot of lower body movements. That's for everybody, but ladies, if you wear high heels, get really tight in these calves, get really tight in that extended position. We need to make sure that we can flex these ankles too. Good, one more. Good, bringing it forward and back. Okay, same thing, other side. We're just flipping it over. So we're here, grip the ground with that foot. We're lunge, lunge, lunge. Good, and you release it. Something that you might have heard of if you've, lifted weights a little bit. The coach telling you not to bring those knees in front of the toes. And that's just not true if you have enough ankle mobility. Good. Keep on pushing it forward. We can use that body weight. We can use our arms to push forward. 2 more. A nice little hip stretch along the way. Last one. Push, push, push. Good. Let's release. Okay. So we're going to stay in this half kneeling position. If you need something under that knee, that's completely fine. But in this half kneeling position, now we're going to go into an overhead press. When we press, we're going to alternate between that inverted press right here. Going to go external rotation, press out here, okay? So right here, straight line, knee, hip, ankle. Press up overhead, reach, reach. We're out and pressing like that. We're going to get 5 of both types. Good, feels good using these muscles, using these different areas. Upper, lower, front to back. Good, one more each. Up. And up, good. Just go to the other side. Half kneeling, lots of variation for you today. Coming up. Out. And pressing, good job. Again, making sure we're stable through that core. Remember, everybody. Good, one more each. All right, so this next one, I'm gonna stay down on those knees, but there's not gonna be pressure on them. We're gonna just reach back right here, okay? I just want you to get a little quad stretch. You can keep those hips down for now. Little quad stretch as far back as you want to. A little early for me to be going too much farther than this. If I'm warmed up, I'll go all the way to the ground, but wherever you're at right now, stay right there, feel that little stretch, and then we're gonna add, in 10 seconds, we're gonna add a little hip thrust here, and you're gonna really feel these hip flexors, TFL, all those main muscles ignite. 3, 2, 1, so bring those hips up. Oh yeah. Say good morning to that hip. Good, nice straight arms too. Almost done, everybody. All right, 3, 2, and 1. One more half kneeling movement that we're gonna do right here is go into a bit of a hinge. So we start upright like we were before, and now we're gonna hinge back. I want you to actively push back like this, and then forward. So we're still getting that stretch. We're still getting that squeeze when we come forward. Now being dynamic with our movement, okay? Moving through space. And we're just gonna get a few here. Feel it out. think this is a new one for this class. I've done it here on site before. Good, that's 5. We're gonna get one more. Big squeeze at the top, everybody. Good, and then just flip it. Same thing, other side. Half kneeling, start like we were before. Push those hips back. Coming up, nice proud chest. Good, back and forth, not up and down. That's 4, 2 more. 5. And 6, good. Okay, so next thing that we're gonna do, we're staying down here and we're gonna go into an adductor stretch. So what that looks like is now we have both hands on the ground, one knee on the ground, and now we have one knee straight out to the side like this, okay? So we have that stretch, and then what we're gonna do is rock back with it, okay? So we start right here. You should already feel a bit of a stretch. As you rock back with that hip, should feel it even more intense, okay? So again, just adding some simple movement to what was an already pretty good stretch. Good, 2 more, reaching back. Awesome, let's do all those same cues and then just work it to the other side. So nice straight leg going out. Feel those adductors right here and the inside of the leg. And then you'll feel even more as we reach back, good. Lots of hips, making sure they're happy before we sit down and go to work. Hopefully you have some movement going on throughout your day though. 2 more. All right, and then speaking of areas that we want to be feeling good, not experiencing discomfort, what we want to do is go into some back now, okay? So we're gonna go back extension. So from my side, you can see here, starting down, this low push-up position, we're going to actively push up, up, up through the chest and arms as high as you can possibly go, right? And then we're going all the way back down, okay? As fast or slow as you want to. Usually on the slower end, you get a little bit more out of it. You get a little bit of a hold. And then we feel a nice stretch in the abdomen as well. Good, pushing up. Got a little sweat going just from this, it's great. All right, everybody, let's get 2 more. Try to go a little bit farther on these last 2. Pushing yourself away from the ground. Good, 1 more. Up, up, up. Awesome, okay. And then we're gonna go cat-cow right here. We're getting towards the end right here. We're gonna go flexion, extension, ways we should be able to move through this back. This will be the last one on the ground, and we'll get on our feet for some hamstrings here in a moment. 2 more each. Extension, flexion, extension, and flexion. Okay, so into those legs just a little bit before I let you go. What I want you to do on this one is just go into our pike. So that's when we're reaching down towards those toes to finish up, okay? So stay right here. And then again, we're gonna infuse some movement into this stretch that's already pretty good. So what I want you to do is I want you to straighten out one side and bend the other like this. You'll feel that extra stretch right here. Then you'll do the same thing on the other side like that. And you just go side to side. And man, I certainly feel a difference. I hope you do too. It's a little bit of a hip shift going on. Add a little bit of intensity to that pull. Good work. 1 more on both sides. I'm going right, big stretch. left, big stretch, good. Slowly bring it up. Wonderful job, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this morning, and I'll be back for some QFit Strength Circuit later. See y'all then. Thanks.